Man, it's just drunk.
What it do, what it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be.
Hey.
It's another episode of Jazzy Facts on Wax with special guest DJ checking in with us. DJ Princess Cut.
What's
up, y'all? What's up?
What's
Family?
up, Cut?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
You good?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good today.
Good.
How your family doing and everything?
The family is good. Everybody's hanging in there. Everybody's got the energy up.
That's good.
Yeah.
The energy important.
Y'all staying healthy during this COVID thing?
Yeah. Fortunately, like I know a couple friends that have caught, COVID personally, but none of my family has immediate family has personally been affected. So it's a blessing because it's going crazy right now.
Nah, it's super crazy right now. So we got to make sure, we working out and keeping our immune system up,
Working out, keeping up the immune system, trying to stay sane, stay creative.
Right.
Stay in touch with your people.
What you been doing?
Absolutely.
What you been doing to stay creative during this time? Like what's been keeping you, you know what I'm saying? Like since you're in the house, have you been reading different books? Have you been what you been doing?
So I've been in the house. I've been pretty much I've been reading a few books. I've been cooking more. I like to cook anyway.
Okay. It gives you more time
now
to cook.
I'm tapping into some new recipes.
So I'm interested because you vegan. So what you cooking over there?
Yeah. So I've been making like vegan pizzas from scratch. They are like so good. Of course, tacos is always my go-to. I'm doing like spaghettis. We're doing what else? Vegetable plates like collard greens, mac and cheese, some soul food, some fried rice bowls, a bunch of smoothies, some salads. Just really like kind of all over the place. Still healthy. Veggie burgers. Simple stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, we still ordered takeout from different places.
We. I'm find out you booed up over there.
She said we.
Nah, it's my homegirl. My homegirl be at the crib with me.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So like we'll get takeout from like some of our favorite vegan restaurants, like
plant-based pizza.
This spot in East Atlanta.
You know the plant-based pizza spot? That's my
We ran them in the ground. We ran plant-based pizza in the ground. Yeah. Mushini in East Atlanta is a dope spot. Also, it's this place, Life Bistro, ATO. They got the oyster mushrooms. Benny Hanna's, we go get the fried rice. So like we just be all over the place.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, Princess Cut.
But I mean, yeah.
All right, so let's take it back to the beginning days of Princess Cut. First and foremost, how did you get started with DJing? Like, was it your love for music, or what exactly was it?
I definitely have always had a love for music. Like love. All my friends say that too. Like, oh, remember you when you used to say you wanted to start DJing and when you were first getting into it. But really, growing up, like my brother was a big influence. Jefe, he goes by Jefe Guatemala right now, but he used to go by El Dorado Red from Atlanta, the original El Dorado Red. And he was always in the studio with his boys. Sometimes I would like just tag along. I was like the only girl in the neighborhood kind of thing. So just listening to some of the music that I wasn't supposed to be listening to, that my brother was listening to, like
what?
NWA, 8 Ball and MJG, UGK, like the things he were listening to where they were talking so reckless, things I weren't supposed to be listening to. But I loved it. And also, he was into like Tribe Called Quest and Wu-Tang Clan and a bunch of the northern rappers also. So, and then of course like the booty shake music. So I just really was into some of the things that he was into, which in turn, and then it was like, even when I was younger, it was like female rappers that were out, Yo-Yo, MC Light, you know, people that I used to pay attention to. So as I got older, I definitely love music. And I just actually tried it one day. Like I caught the end of the Technique 1200 era. So I was able to like learn on Technique 1200s one day at a random spot. I just tried it out. I was just like, let me just see what the DJ is doing up here. I was just interested, and I just tried it out and I loved it. Next thing I knew, I was like purchasing my own techniques.
So that was your first DJ equipment, the Techniques?
Yeah, Technique 1200.
So you was in the crate days. You had your crates, your records.
I made the crate days, and then like a year or two later, I switched to actual the CDJs, like spinning CDs.
Right.
Like taking a pack of
Take
CDs.
a whole pack of CDs, putting them in. Like
the funny thing is, I still got it. It's like I'm in this slightly awkward spot, but hold on. I'm gonna show you guys because this is too funny. It's right here.
Yeah. We want to see that. We want to see that CD collection. We want to see the CD collection.
It's funny. I got everything.
That's crazy.
But these CDs, man, are funny because
let me see what you pulling out.
They were all like, some of them, you know, are like duplicates.
Right. So you got to.
So it's like Biggie, Beanie Siegel, BG. But then like I have like Dog Pound, Nas, Young Bloods. Like everything right here is like duplicate.
Good CD burning up.
She was burning.
Oh, MC.
Oh, Sade,
Yeah,
you got some good stuff over there.
Got some heat over there.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what's in the back.
Do you ever get back on the CDJs and like practice with them, or do you ever like, you know,
Black Moon.
What that is? Oh,
Black Moon is Black Moon, yeah. But yeah, so look, Escape.
Hey.
Oh, that's dope. Hey.
But anyway, it's so much stuff in here. So now I don't get on the CDJs at all. If anything, now I just get on the controller.
Yeah.
So I went from like the CDs, and then the Serato with the CDs, and then now like the controller or the Serato with the turntable. So
yeah. How did you get your DJ name? Were you always Princess Cut, or you had another DJ name before Princess Cut?
I was always Princess Cut. My brother and I were trying to come up with names, just something dope and cool. And we brainstormed for like one full night, one day, one night. And then the next day, my brother was like, I think I got it. I was like, what? He was like, Princess Cut. I was like, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I was like, that's it. So.
And you born and raised in Atlanta, right?
Yeah. I'm from I was born in Decatur. I moved to College Park when I was 5. So
ATL.
CP cut.
All around ATL and CP, Southside, College Park.
Hey.
I went to Georgia State, so that's when
Did you finish? Did you finish at Georgia State?
Yeah. Okay.
I
went to school for psychology.
So before DJing, like what was some of them like first time jobs you had like before DJing?
Before I was DJing?
Or even in the midst of you DJing, like did you ever have like any other type of job besides DJing?
Yeah. So when I was in high school, I used to work in like retail. Retail was my thing. I used to work at JCPenney's in high school, and then once I got in college, I worked at this dope shoe store called Classic Souls. It used to be this shoe called the A-Town shoe. Like the owner made that shoe, and that's where they sold the shoes. But so I used to work at Classic Souls, and actually that's where I did my first gig ever. Because when I was there, they let me DJ in the store. I was horrible, but yeah, that's where I did my first gig. I also used to work in this live venue though called Hard Rock Cafe. Had a live venue called Velvet Underground, and I used to run the door there, so I got to meet like a lot of artists and live bands and whatnot.
Yeah. Who was some of the DJs you looked up to?
I always looked up to like Jazzy Jeff, Cinderella, Qbert, Magic Mike,
Yeah.
Jelly, Hershey, Monte,
Mhm.
um, DJ Shorty. She's a
Okay.
dope female DJ from
She's
Atlanta
super
too.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Jazzy Joyce back in the day.
Jazzy Joyce.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's
what do
what's
you?
up.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jazz.
Oh, you got it.
No, I was gonna say. So you've been doing this for quite a while now. So like, what keeps you motivated now? Like, what keeps you going now? You know, a lot of things have changed as far as when it comes to DJing. Like you said, we have controllers now. Do you still find the inspiration, or are you selective about what spots you're DJing at?
I'm selective, and what keeps me motivated now, I think, is like the fall, like just being able to control how I live my life and work for myself, and the music the music can go like the way, because sometimes it's really good music, sometimes we got sucky music that's coming out. So it's like sometimes the music is really motivating, and sometimes it's like I need some more motivation. But just the freedom of it all, like just anytime I DJ, it just no matter whatever I'm going through or anything, like I feel good.
Yeah.
So I think
Mhm.
that keeps me going. And then you
And let's
asked
talk
me one more
about the
thing.
difference. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
kind of a delay. So
It's
that's
a
Yeah,
little
it's a little delay.
delay. Yeah,
That's the
it's
downside of
okay though.
Zoom.
What you were
It's okay
saying?
though. We push it through. So, but let's talk about like the different style that you DJ in Princess Cut. Cause I remember like being in college, and I'm talking about I'm like maybe a year into DJing, and I'm like, you know, doing my research on different DJs. And then during the summertime I would come back home and intern and all of that. And I remember Jelly, he was like, yo, I need to introduce you to Princess Cut. I need to introduce to, you know, other women DJs so you can kind of like, you know, get an understanding. And so I'm like, yeah, sure. And I think I maybe reached out to you like on Facebook or something. It was some real like, you know, random. And then like once we linked up and I got to hear you DJ,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, she just mixed like Madonna with Gucci Mane. Like,
yeah.
who does that? You know what I'm saying? And it was just like the style, and it sounded great. The blending, you know, and then you was flying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh my God, like this is like my idol. And like ever since then, that was that was like 12 years ago. That was a minute ago. And just ever
That was
since
at least
I
12
just,
years ago.
and I've always admired like your ability to mix the hip hop with the pop with the, you know, the EDM to whatever, like it's literally whatever you feel. So what inspired like you to, you know, mix those genres? Because that's rare.
Thank you, girl. You know, it's crazy because I think that actually that keeps me going. Like
Yeah.
that being able to be that diverse and versatile keeps me going. Also keeps me working. Um, but when I first came out, it's funny that you say that, because when I first started DJing, being from Atlanta, like all I wanted to play was trap, straight underground trap music. Like, because when we would go out to the club, most DJs here, like back when Buckhead was like really popping, most DJs would do their sets and then they get around to like the southern set, and the southern set will be like 5 minutes, but the reggae sets are like 30, 45 minutes, an hour. The the northern music sets were like 20, 30 minutes, but then we're in the South and y'all get to the southern music and it's like a quick 5 minutes. And I feel like that was like before Snap came out, but like I wanted to be the DJ that really played and rocked the southern set. So that's kind of how I started. But then quickly I started doing a lot of corporate gigs. So like DJing for places like Neiman Marcus and whatnot. Like I had to tap into,
gotta switch it up.
you know, other genres. Right, you gotta switch it up. So I had to tap into other genres, and that I got to feel like, oh, this is fun. Like I like all this music. Like my mama and dad used to listen to this music, and you know, just whatever. So I think playing for those like corporate gigs and those spots like that, I was able to mix the two and then find a balance.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much, I think, what happened with that. Yeah. And then I became like known for being a versatile DJ. So that's just, I don't know. Yeah. That's just that.
It's marketable.
That's what you want. No, I definitely love that. What's your you know, I love Killer Mike, man. What's your relationship with Killer Mike, and like, isn't it cool like to see his growth, like in how he's, you know, like this political
activist.
He's a whole activist. Like what's y'all relationship? It seems like y'all have a super cool relationship.
I love it. So Mike is my bro. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Run the Jewels. They just dropped the album too, not too long ago. Mike is my bro first and foremost. I started rocking some shows with him not long after I started DJing with Purple Ribbon when he had Purple Ribbon. Yeah. And when he was a part of Purple Ribbon, my bad. And the relationship just really grew from there. Then I became friends with his wife Shay. Yeah. So like it's just like we family now. And you know, I know Mike has always had something powerful to say, but to watch him like grow into a position to where he, you know, pretty much ran for office or was in the mix, no matter how far it went, or like to watch him now, and he just did the interview with Oprah. Yeah. And you know, she was like, like talk that talk. Like she told him. So just like for people to want to hear what he has to say, and I think he should be in office. You know what I mean? Like we need somebody like Mike in office.
We definitely need him in office.
But I'm so proud of him, like just staying down and speaking up for us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like speaking up for the community. And it's like, 100%.
And the way I look at this shit is like, I don't want everybody to speak up for us. Like it's only certain people I feel I'm like, yes, like he's the one. Like I'm cool with Killer Mike speaking on our behalf.
We okay with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not the person to speak on our behalf. So I'm not no shade to anybody, but it's just like, you know, certain people, you know, this is not your lane. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of stay in your lane. Killer Mike.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, just stay in your lane. Like this ain't your thing. And it's like Killer Mike is, you know, I'm happy for him and what he has grown to be. And you know, I love this lane that he's in. Even like you said, with you switching up, like us being versatile DJing. Like I feel like he's that DJ you have to put him. He's versatile. You can't put Killer Mike. You can't put Killer Mike in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about your first tour situation.
Like, even the Netflix show was dope.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Yeah. I was just saying, even the Netflix show that
I felt like it should have been longer. Like I was ready to watch more.
We need a second series.
Yeah, I just put my homie. He live in Houston. And he was like, man, I'm trying to buy black. I'm trying to do this. And it's a struggle, man. Like I'm like, have you seen Killer Mike Netflix documentary? And he like, nah. I'm like, I just put him on yesterday. Like, that's crazy.
My favorite one was the Crips and the Blood when they coming together to make the code. That was dope.
That was dope, man. That was dope. So I'm proud, but
yeah. So let's talk about your first like tour situation, because you've been on tour with many people. So what was like the very first tour that you like, as far as with an artist, and how was that experience?
My very first tour was the Outlaws, who were under Tupac. So I linked up yeah, I linked up with them. They were looking for a DJ. And they were like, okay, the tour that we did was the Tupac Still Breathing tour. And we started off in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. We went to several parts of Australia. We went to Dublin, Ireland, and a couple of other, Mexico City, a few other places. And it was just amazing, like just to be able for that to be my first tour as far as being in Bahrain.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's heard of like, you know, Dubai and whatever. Everybody wants to go to Dubai, and it's like, okay, I'm over here in Bahrain. It's beautiful. Didn't really see any Black people, but like they wanted our autographs. Like they didn't just want the Outlaws autograph. They wanted my autograph too. So, you know, I was like, I was feeling that tour.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all want my autograph too? Cool.
Right.
But they missed their flights. Like it was people that missed their flights to get the Outlaw autograph, dressed in full gear, you know, full I forget the kind of
turbans
outfits they wear, but yeah, all that. Missing flights to get autographs. So that was dope.
So you said Tupac was on there, so you had a chance to kick it with Tupac.
It was in honor of Tupac.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay.
The tour Afterlife.
Afterlife. So it was called the Tupac Still Breathing tour.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I got you. And then from there, I went on the road with one of my favorites, Goody Mob. I did their 10-year reunion tour.
Love the Mob.
How was that being from Atlanta, DJing for Goody Mob? Like, how was that?
It was crazy. It was crazy because like some of my favorite moments, I think, from the tour was actually the shows that we did in Atlanta. Like it was no greater feeling than coming out on stage and having CeeLo call me out on stage in Atlanta in front of my hometown with hometown. So that was an amazing feeling, you know? So I just had to make sure I got everything right. I just made sure I was tight. I had the music.
Were you nervous?
Tight, and it was real fun. Nah, I don't. I may get nervous, like whoever I'm DJing for. Like I have a little bit of nervousness before the show,
like
but
before.
Once I get on stage, like it just goes away. Right before, and then when I'm on stage, like it's gone.
That's crazy.
I love the crowd.
I have that same.
The crowd amps you up.
Yeah, I have that same feeling. It's like it's like that little moment right before, and then as soon as like I don't know, it's like as soon as I touch my laptop or touch the turn, it's like everything just kind of just go away.
Yeah,
it's over. Yep.
So you said Goody Mob, and you was going into something else?
Goody Mob. I had the opportunity to DJ the summer tour with The Dream, which was dope. He's real talented.
He's so talented.
Hey, another A-Town.
Right.
You know, I was out with another more A-Town family. What did I DJ for? I did a couple of shows with Gucci, and then the lady of the hour, Miss Oprah. That was definitely like my favorite tour.
I remember when you like first announced it. It may have been on I don't know if it was on some type of social media platform. I don't know if it was Facebook or Instagram, but I looked, and then I like looked again. I was like, wait a minute. And I think I called you, or I can't remember like how it happened, but I was like, yo, you rocking with Oprah and Gail? Wow, like what's up? And I just remember like that whole like your journey. Like I remember you was doing the behind the scenes, and just like you just look so happy and just you know, like I can only imagine the feeling. So talk about that a little bit, like how you get when you got the call to like it's official, you're DJing for Oprah. Like how was that moment? How did you feel about that?
It was crazy because at first my manager Tamiko and I we got an email about it, and then like time went by, maybe like a month or two, and then we got a call about it. So we were like, okay, you know. And when they actually solidified it, it was for the first show, because they actually started the tour in Atlanta. So her first show was in Atlanta. and then they were going ahead to go and do other cities. So we thought we had the tour, but really we got booked for, or maybe we even knew, but yeah, but maybe we didn't know we were just doing the one show. But regardless, like we're gonna go in there and do our show because about to do this whole tour. So the weekend was a 2-day weekend, so it was like Saturday and Sunday shows starting in the morning and then ending in the evening. So just being out there, man, it was too exciting. It was like a very, very live day because of course everybody loves Oprah, and you got all these women and men and some kids who are out there that love Oprah. So just to feel all that energy, but I was so busy, like I didn't really have a second to breathe throughout the day. It was just like DJ. They bring me liners, I read them, keep the crowd going, bring some more liners, switch something up. So it was like, it was a lot of work and pretty tedious. Just, you know, you have to pay attention. So I was like, man, they can't have another. Yeah, it was a production. And I'm like, they can't, it wouldn't make sense to have another DJ do this in every city. You got to kind of, if you want it to go a certain way, it goes good this weekend, you got to stick with the same DJ. So that's kind of the mindset that we had. And we just ended up, they liked our work, they liked my work, and ended up telling them that, like, y'all really want to do this? And they were like, no. They came back, they were like, okay, you're going to Detroit with us, you're going on a tour. So I was like, yes. I think I didn't fall on the floor, but in my mind, I just fell on the floor.
Yeah. Nah, that's
Did you have like a personal like experience with Oprah or Gayle, like on outside of the production?
With Oprah and Gayle, yes. Well, there was a few like, you know, things that we had outside of production. One was just kind of like a little moment we had after the show when we just kind of all saw each other and just like bonded for a second. Two, I was able to have my birthday on the tour. So my birthday fell on the weekend that we went to Miami.
Yeah.
So I just love them. Like they made sure that it was two of us that had birthdays, and they made sure that we were taken care of. So it was a party at one of the designers, Alina's house in Miami. Everything was just laid out so nice. Chef, as soon as we got to the party, Gayle King was like outside. Oprah was inside. And that's when like we got to snap a couple of pics. And they had me a birthday cake. And I was just like, this is too special. Like, you know, this is too surreal. Like I got a cake with the team, and they just laid it out. Like they just made sure everything was nice. So that was dope.
Popping bottles with Oprah and Gayle.
Man, popping bottles with Oprah and Gayle. Like that's legendary.
That's
right
legendary.
That ain't no. Listen,
that ain't normal.
Listen, that is not normal.
Speaking of popping bottles, no, seriously. Speaking of popping bottles, though, at the end of the tour, we had a tour wrap party, and I looked behind the bar, and Oprah is pouring shots for everybody.
Wow.
She poured us up some shots, so that was dope. So yeah.
Oh, so Oprah liked the party.
Good. Yeah, she likes the party.
Yeah.
I love it.
She likes the party, and then from that, I was able to I rocked Gayle King 60.
Okay.
The birthday party up in New York. I still do events with Oprah magazine, and they keep me in the loop. So yeah,
that's what's up.
It's dope.
So it's safe to say you Oprah's official DJ.
Oh, she with the team. She with the team.
I'm with the team.
She's with the team.
She locked in.
Harpo, what's up? No.
Harpo, what's up?
That's what's up.
Yeah, nah, that's cool though. I love it because like I always wanted to be on the road with a female, but I didn't think it would be Oprah, you know what I mean? Like I thought it might be Beyonce or somebody, but it was Oprah, you know. So we still
Beyonce might be loaded up now.
Some more ladies though.
Beyonce might be next.
Yeah.
Beyonce, you know, Oprah might make the call. You know, Oprah can make that call.
Yeah. That's nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about giving back to the community, because Cut, another thing that I admire, about you is that you always giving back in some form, some shape. And I remember you talking about, opening a DJ school. And next thing I know, like it had to be like a year later, DJ school. So talk about the DJ school that you opened. And I believe you have a situation overseas where you teach, people how to DJ as well. So talk about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. So I opened up my DJ school. It's called scratchoutloud.com about 2 years ago now. And it's something that I had in the works on my mind for years. So my business partner, Eric, and I, we just actually started doing like pop-ups because we didn't have the space yet. So we would take the turntables and take the vinyl, because my whole thing is to teach people on vinyl, and then they can learn anything from there, but just to get with the root of it all. So we started doing pop-ups like a A3C weekend, where we just, or different events, people would hire us to just bring out the tables and teach. And then we were finally able to get a space a couple of years ago downtown Atlanta, and we teach the art of turntablism. So DJ Roserius, she's one of the teachers that I have at the school also. And I got a couple other people on board, DJ Spoon. But I love it because people are definitely interested. It seems like everybody wants to learn how to DJ or whatever. So I feel like, it's cool. Like I'll teach you on a controller, but first at least just understand how to count. Let's get with some of these scratches and then just understand where it comes from. And boom. So yeah, if anybody
so is it like a certain enrollment lessons, or like
we do individual sessions, and we do 6-week sessions, so private or group. So they can check out everything. The website is scratchoutloud.com, and we'll set it up. Right now we are open. We're doing social distancing teaching, so we got the gloves, the thermometer, and we only have like a couple people in the room at a time. So yeah, let's go.
I did a class not too long ago, and that was my first time. Jazz, you remember me calling you, right? And so I'm like,
yes.
I'm like,
he was like, what do I talk about?
Like, I can
like,
be
you
like,
know what to talk about.
I can be really like impatient, and then if you're really not, because I remember being on the other side. So if you because I could be doing something else with my time. That's for one. So if you really don't want to be here, like, let's not waste anybody's time if you're not going to take this serious, right? And what I found out that it's that teaching thing it's a real, you have to be kind of strategic with it, because everybody learns differently, and then especially if you're dealing with different personalities. So that's kind of that's just off of my first time. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I can continue to do this, but it was cool. And it was something.
Where did you do it?
Man, I did, and they were kids. They were younger too. So
and you were teaching them.
Yeah, I was teaching them. And it was for my friend, her kid's birthday. Type of thing, and it was they're not kids, but they were old enough to understand, and you could tell the ones that just didn't want to, they like, whatever, like, I could be doing something else, you know. So but it was fun though. Like the actual birthday boy, he was really in tune, and so I was like, okay, cool, like that's, as long as I mean I'm here for him anyway, but it was super cool.
Yeah, they can be like that. It takes patience, especially when you're dealing with the younger ones. Crazily, a lot of the students I have are adults. But yeah, I have been in a situation like that where I was teaching. I helped my boy DJ Spoon up in Michigan. They have like this STEM initiative where they're teaching the kids how turntablism coincides with math and science. So it's real cool. Wow. But like, half of the students were like very interested in
Yeah.
tapping into it. And then you had another half that, you know, some got ADD, some like got their heads down, you know, so it just depends. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean though.
Yeah.
What about
then,
teaching?
so
Oh, go ahead.
And then like I did get to have the opportunity to teach over in Uzbekistan.
Okay.
And I went over there with the government, which now qualifies me as an ambassador. So that's really cool. But the government and the U.S. Embassy, I traveled over there. Once again, no Black people over there, maybe 6 total. So it was real interesting just to see the reaction to us and our reaction to them. And it really did help to like bridge the gap as far as like the states and the country, as far as Uzbekistan, that originally, like, you know, you're like, okay, we're going to Pakistan to do something. And you're looking at it like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen. It's like a war going on. It's like all this stuff in your mind. But actually, it's, you know, a lot of the countries over there are about peace. And then they love, you know, they love us, people from the States. So it was crazy to feel the warmth from
Did you go by
them
yourself?
over there. No, I went with a few other creatives. So like one person actually was a hip hop artist who rapped. Another person was a dancer, so like break dancing in particular.
Yeah.
And then we have like muralists that paint graffiti, and then also a producer that travels with us. So we all go together and like we break down the students and we teach according to each student kind of signs up for what they want to learn. So
Okay.
like the motivation is there. It's not just like so random. It's like you actually sign up for it and you're interested in it. And so they flocked to us like I mean, it was crazy. Like every day the students were there early. We pull up in our little van, our embassy van, we're like pulling up.
Yeah.
The students are outside, all of them, just waiting. We get out, they want to hug us.
That's dope.
They following us inside, and then they're like, "What we learning today?" Like the energy was through the roof, and so I love like every minute of connecting with them over there. And I had students from like I'll say like 8 years old, probably to like 33 years old.
That's a huge gap.
Was they in tune with the hip hop culture? Yeah. Like they were
very in tune with the hip hop culture. I mean, they love, you know, some of the main artists like Drake, Migos, you know. So it's cool to see what they were listening to also. And I was out there for like 3.5 weeks. Okay. And at the end of it all, so we taught them so they could kind of get their routines together. And then we put on a concert over there for like 3,000 people. So they were able to perform what we taught them. Dope. We were able to perform a little bit. And then also we actually took equipment over there. So I took like from the government, like DJ controllers, laptops, headphones, beat machines. Like we took them equipment and gifted it. So they were able to keep it and continue to like learn while, you know, we're not there. So I love it because like we still keep in touch, like DM, WhatsApp, whatever. Like we're all still in touch. And actually, two of my two oldest students opened up a DJ school out there after we left. So they're still keeping it going. So Casper DJ school.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that part of it I love, you know.
What's one of the or not one of them, or what's one of those DJ moments where you had when you were like, wow, like this is what I do. It's just an overwhelming feeling, and just one of those like special moments for you being a DJ.
Gail birthday party.
Yes. Cause Gail, we were like going up on a Tuesday and that song was out. We were like singing it together on a Tuesday. It was pretty cool. Definitely like every time I finished one of the Oprah shows, I just took a moment and like just looked around, you know, and just thought to myself had a moment about the experience. Definitely that. I could even say like when I first started DJing and my boy DJ Silver Knight had hit me up because, you know, one of my concerns when I started DJing, I was like, how am I gonna catch up
What you mean?
with all these DJs that have been DJing for years? Like, how am I gonna get my records at the time? My records up, my skills up.
Oh yeah.
So DJ Silver Knight had hit me and he was like, hey, I'm cleaning out my garage. If you want to come through and get some of this vinyl, it's all yours.
Look at those blessings.
Yeah, and I think I had to work at Classic Souls that day, but I hit the owner like, hey, I'm gonna be late. So I went and just swiped up all his vinyl, and I just felt so blessed, like, you know. And then I got vinyl from a couple other people too. But you know, after I got the vinyl, like I rode through the West End, and I'm just looking at all these people on the corner and just looking at different life situations, and I'm like, wow, like this is happening. Like what I'm interested in and what I love is like happening, and then you still look around you and it's like poverty. So I had like a little moment, you know what I mean? I felt real blessed.
Yeah. Let me ask you, you've been keeping up with the versus battles? What was your favorite one?
I think my favorite one so far was Lil Jon and T-Pain.
Oh yeah,
man, that was crazy.
They were turned. They were turned.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that battle, man. Like I thought it was a lot of fun. They kept it fun. They talked like the right amount of trash.
Yeah, you see T.I. trying to go at 50. How you feel about that?
T.I. trying to go at 50. I think it'll be good, and there's a lot of people that are excited about it. I'm like, okay, I think it'll be good. I also would like to see T.I. with somebody like 2 Chainz or
okay,
you know, Gucci, or I don't know, but 50 does have the records on the charts to kind of like match up, you know what I mean? Yeah. So and then that's like gives it another aspect because it's north and south, you know.
Yeah.
So and I don't think they've done that yet. Like they haven't done like the region yet. It's been more so the like region. New York versus New York. Yeah.
That's so more so the reason why I want to see it.
I do.
You picked up any
I think it'll be dope.
You go ahead. I was gonna say, have you picked up any like new skills or new like ventures you're doing during this quarantine?
You know what? I really been like, so I've been like staying busy, just working on some personal goals, and seems like somehow I feel is even busier than before the quarantine, during the quarantine. But I actually started a health and wellness business that I'm really, really excited about. And it was really natural. Thanks. It's really natural how it kind of came about, because really when I'm online or on my Instagram, I just talk about the things that I'm doing for myself, whether it's what I'm eating or how I'm staying healthy or what I'm taking. So I had, you know, put online that I was doing sea moss capsules and bladderwrack capsules, and people were really, really interested. So from that, she
about to pull out the sea moss.
Was able to crank up my Sweetbox sea moss.
Hey, now what's the benefits of sea moss? Like, what's the, you know, why did you feel the need to, you know, go about this venture?
Well, it's a natural, you know, vitamin. It's a herbal supplement, and I'm all about like natural products. So I read the benefits of it. I learned about it, how it helps your immune system, your skin, your energy, and a plethora of other things. It has 92 minerals out of the 102 minerals that your body needs. And it's natural. So of course, you know, Dr. Sebi enforced it. And I'm just all about natural things. So you can buy store-bought vitamins, or you can get natural herbs, and that's what I like.
We support Black businesses. So I'm gonna have to give me some Sweetbox sea moss.
Sea moss, yes. And I mean, so I'm getting a lot of good feedback about it too. just you can hit my DM.
Hit my DMs, yeah.
Place the order. But I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting from it, you know. Like a lot of people are letting me know they have more energy and that they just feel better. So
my brother
it feels good.
My brother from the islands put me on sea moss. He taught me how to wash it myself, and he taught me how to do the whole thing. And like during this quarantine, like like I was really, really big on, like, I love eggs, I love cheese. And so I had to cut that out of my diet. Like I'm trying to, all the dairy as much as possible. But you don't realize how much stuff, like, just have, like, the bread you eat, like, have eggs in it. And so it's tough, you know, honestly, because I love eggs and I love cheese. So it's tough as hell. But we pushing through, baby. I got my Just Egg here. I got my diet cheese.
Hey, that's good. Saying?
So
it's important.
We trying to make make the important lifestyle changes. You know what I'm saying?
It's important, and especially now. And cheese is like one of the worst things. Like, so everybody always told me that, and I knew that. But I've just been a cheese lover. You know what I mean? Especially being a vegetarian. So I've been vegetarian now for like 15, 16 years. So cheese is like my go-to, whether it's pizza, mac and cheese is my favorite. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's crazy because I don't buy cheese from my house anymore. Like, and I've made some pizzas from scratch. I bought some cheese. But other than that, within the last like year and a half or so, I haven't bought any cheese. It's just like a conscious effort, just trying to make a conscious effort to do better and try to eat more plant-based, you know. Yeah. Because these are the keys to life, like, you know, living long, I truly believe. So I'm glad to hear that you're on the wave.
I'm on the wave. Baby. What motivates you now, though? What keeps you going now?
What's keeping me going?
Yeah.
Like, right now?
What motivates you? What motivates you?
Just like wanting to be better. Still wanting to show, you know, the young girls, like, you know, different ways to succeed out here, and that we can do this, you know, too. Yeah. I like to stay in a creative space. That's kind of like what keeps my mental healthy, you know. My friends motivate me too. Like, you know, sometimes you don't realize how much influence you have or how dope you are, but you keep some good people in your corner. They don't like keep you going and let you know. So those are some of the things that motivate me.
That's what's up.
People like Jazzy.
You motivate me too, sister. You motivate me too. Any new ventures you got going on? I see Princess Cut Radio is popping. What's up with that?
Princess Cut Radio is popping. So I do that Wednesdays on my IG Live at 2:00, and basically, you know, interviewing artists with the cut cam, breaking new records, cuts of the week, and the Candy Still Mix Show. You might catch me mixing on there. And then I got a feature from my homegirl, DJ AB, her Sneaks and Geeks segment. So Princess Cut Radio gets a lot of good feedback. We're keeping that going Wednesdays. Out of quarantine, Princess Cut Radio is going to keep going. Yeah.
That's what's up.
But Jazzy, like, I remember, like, my sis, like, she used to come over to the crib and practice. I still have the vision in my head of, like, you DJing at my old crib or whatever when you.
First of all, she got a mansion. I'm just throwing that out there. She got a whole mansion in her face.
Wow, okay.
She lying. She lying.
So she's at her old crib. She must got a bigger crib.
She got a bigger mansion.
She got a bigger crib now.
Nah, the old crib was townhome or whatever. But I just remember, like, I love, you know, how we go back. You know, I love our relationship. I'm so proud of your growth. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from you now, whether you know it or not. So salute to you.
Salute.
Sis.
Salute.
Shout out to Artifacts too. I'm watching you too.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing too much. I'm just, you know, I'm living through y'all. Like I'm living through y'all. I'm just, you know. But no, we definitely appreciate you taking the time. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? We had to redo this, and of course, you know, the Zoom thing is something new to me. But you know, I'm happy that you're here. You dropping gems. Of course, you inspiring all DJs across the world.
Yes.
You know, and you holding it down for the ladies. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to you.
Thanks.
Yes.
Appreciate it. You know, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it pushing, you know.
And before we let you go, you got to let us know how we can check you out, where else we can find you spinning it, and, you know, where we can keep up with your movement.
I got to pull up on you too. And you know what I'm saying? We got Jazzy. We got to pull up.
Let me know. I'm here. Pull up anytime. So my website is sweetboxjones.com. You can book me there. You can find out, you know, whatever information there. My Instagram, all social media at DJ Princess Cut. That's Princess Cut with a C. And you can, if you'd like to place the orders for the herbs, the sea moss, just shoot me a DM. The Instagram for that is actually tribe.dragonfly. So y'all follow that. Shoot, you know, let me know if you need something. Also the DJ school Instagram is Scratch Out Loud, and the website, if you'd like to book a session, is scratchoutloud.com. Hey, whatever you need, I got you. Just holler at me.
It is.
There it is. Another episode of Jazzy Facts.
Don't forget, Wednesdays at noon, you can hear me on 107.9. The Lunch Mix, WCW Mix Show, Wednesdays at noon, 107.9. Get the app. Saturday nights, Uncut Radio, Hood Rich Radio. Saturday nights on Sirius XM Hip Hop Nation at 10 o'clock. You can catch my segment, Fly Shit Only.
It is.
Yeah, man. Support my sister. Support my sister.
For sure. All right. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. It's been a great episode. Another episode of Jazzy Facts
on Wax, baby.